I'm frustrated, deeply frustrated, because the house was supposed to be an asset for our whole family. We give her the down payment, but the ownership is mutual, and we took everything we had at the time, everything, to help her basically to buy it. It took my credit. It made it so I couldn't invest. It made it very, very difficult for Robyn and I to buy a house because it took my credit.
Hey everyone, it's Kody Brown without a crystal ball. Welcome back to my channel. It is Wednesday, November 9th, 2022. I hope you're having a wonderful day. We're doing a voiceover today because I was busy this morning doing a little bit of research on another story that I was covering over on my Instagram, which is instagram.com/withoutacrystalball, regarding a search and dive team named Adventures with Purpose and this huge issue that has kind of taken over YouTube right now. And as I was looking into it, I just got so far into this rabbit hole, effectively, of just everything that's going on with it. I want to thank my followers who have let me know about the situation. If you're interested in learning about what's going on with this group that's known as AWP, check out my Instagram, and I might be doing a video about it later this week. This is going to be a video about Kody Brown and some financial stuff. Now, listen, after I saw the live stream of Gwendolyn, I noticed that, she said that they act on the show. Yeah. She has mentioned, and the kids have mentioned, that they kind of tone things down for the camera. They act a little bit more reserved. Obviously, we're not going to be fully our maybe wild selves when we have a camera in front of us, right? So I am always now going to think about that whenever I'm watching the show, like, this is acting. But then I have to remember, like, literally the things that they're talking about sort of have happened, although it's maybe an edited version of what has happened. And long story short, the relationships that Kody is in are basically just him and Robyn at this point, because Gwendolyn seemingly confirms that Janelle has left Kody and that really it's 4 separate families at this point. And so we have to go back in time now and watch the show, right? And we're going to see coming up this season Janelle walking off and Kody and her getting into fights. And so it shouldn't be a surprise that this split happened. I don't think anyone is surprised, but it's hard because when you start to hear the truth, it's like hard to go back to the show and be like, oh, this is real, but let's just talk about it. I'm just babbling here. So one of the big topics that comes up a lot with my coverage is that Kody and Robyn are upset about the money, and all of these women are money for them. And the show is money for them. Let's just be honest. So I don't disagree. And after this new bonus clip that came out about the house issue and Kody being frustrated about the house issue that was dropped on the Facebook page, I wanted to sort of address this issue because I do think it permeates a lot of the decisions in this family. Before we get into it, I know we're 4 minutes into this video, but do me a favor and give this video a thumbs up. I also would love, if you haven't subscribed yet to the channel, please consider subscribing. Hit the subscribe button on the way out. It is free. Make sure if you have something to say, you leave me a comment, and hit the bell if you'd like notifications and you get notified every time I put up a new video. Thank you all to the new subscribers that have recently followed me here. So let's talk about this bonus clip. So, there's been a lot of discussion about Kody's finances and what's going on with Coyote Pass. There has been lots of media put out about it. There's been articles that have been put out. There's been so much misinformation that has been put out. And I have always been clear that I will not put out misinformation, that I know how to read all of these records, and I will tell you point blank what's going on. To date, I promise you, per Coconino County in Flagstaff, Janelle Brown is still listed on the property at Coyote Pass, though she is still listed as a joint owner of one of the parcels. She has a loan out for this parcel, so Janelle is still invested in Coyote Pass. There's also speculation that they own this large log house. They do not own the large log house that happens to have the same address without the lot number. That home is owned by someone else. The home that Robyn and Kody live in, which is a 4,300 square foot home, which is an appraised value of $1.2 million, is not very far from Coyote Pass. So money is always a huge thing with the Browns, and it has been throughout the entirety of the show. They've always had to talk about how all of their finances are intermingled and cohabitating and coexisting, and how every family has family money, and then they have their own families that they have to take care of. Frankly, I don't want to even try to understand how Kody would even think of putting families like this together, because theoretically, if you're all living in separate houses, you have 4 separate incomes and 4 separate families. That's it. So if you don't want to have financial problems, Kody, like, just don't have 4 wives. I mean, maybe that's why you got rid of half your wives. Anyways, Christine is moving, obviously, and we're going to see sort of the fallout of that coming up next week. And in this bonus clip that was posted on their Facebook page, it's sort of about Christine talking about leaving and selling the house. And Kody is just like not happy about the house sale because he feels like the house belongs to him, and he has to remind Christine that he gave money to her and he used his credit. So I just want to show you a brief clip about what Christine says, and then I'll talk with you about what Kody says.
And it is now in contract.
Yay!
I accepted the offer.
Good.
It's a
I was
good
a little
offer.
worried about because the market it slows down in the fall.
I'm angry about Christine leaving the family.
If you follow this channel, you know that we followed her selling this house like way before this went public, and we knew she was moving way before she ever announced this. We knew all of the details because we keep track of the Browns. It's what we do here, right? And so all she did literally is tell Kody, like, yay, we're under contract and we're moving. She has a yard sign outside, right? So she has a lot that she's leaving. She's not just leaving Flagstaff, she's leaving Janelle, she's leaving kids, she's leaving, Kody, she's leaving Mary, she's leaving Robyn. There's a lot of people that she is walking away from with this move, but it's a really big step, right? And obviously Janelle was happy. Any realtor will tell you putting your house on the market is not the ideal time in the fall. You should try to do it in the spring. Jump on it as people are trying to prepare for the fall for the kids going back to school. So Janelle was just sharing her, I'm very happy. Okay. That upsets Kody, but he's angry about her moving, and it's not why you would think it is. It all comes down to money, and it makes me feel like a lot of this is money motivated for him. The show is money motivated for him. There's a lot of money that they make from this show. She is not only, leaving this house, but leaving the family sort of erodes this public persona that he has put out. He and Robyn call it delegitimizing, but I think the fear here for them is that it's exposing the fact that we can't pretend to be this happy functioning family anymore, because frankly we're not, and we don't get along, and this isn't a family, right? So she has killed the dream. His lies are over, and she's not going to play with it anymore. He wants her to do this because he makes money. Now he's going to bitch and complain about the house, but this isn't just about the house. Christine was a meal ticket for him. Their marriage was a meal ticket. Their lies were a meal ticket. She couldn't do the lies anymore, literally at all, because she wasn't going to play the game. She was done. She was tired. She was exhausted. Can you really blame her? I can't, but find out, just listen to him in his own words about why he's angry about her leaving.
Yes, it's always sad to leave your home, but I didn't choose this. But I'm frustrated, deeply frustrated, because the house was supposed to be an asset for our whole family. It was my house too, together. It's like the whole family works together for these things. We all put the kids through college together. We all buy the cars for the kids together.
I don't believe this at all. At all. At all. You know why? Because when Isabel needed her surgery, Christine was over on her Facebook pages for LuLaRoe, and she was selling clothes, and she told fans in her page that she had recently just obtained insurance for Isabel. Huge red flag, right? They're on this show for 10 plus years and she didn't have insurance for her kids. The only reason she got insurance for Isabel was for the surgery, which is probably why the surgery was put out for so long. Another reason why Kody probably fought the insurance or the surgery was the fact that the cost of it, right? Christine finds this really high deductible policy. She says it's going to be $50,000 that she has to put down for the surgery. And so she had to work for it. And she said, I have to raise all the money. And she was the one that paid for Isabel's surgery, not Kody. Not Kody. She's the one that carries the debt from when Truly was in the hospital for kidney failure, not Kody. Robyn, so I'm confused how they all share this debt. I don't believe it. I don't believe it at all. I think this is a lie. I think they don't have commingling assets. I think Kody has access to whatever money he wants and he decides where money goes. But at the bottom line is if your name is not legally on a property anymore, you don't own that asset. It's not yours. And when she sold that house, Kody left the money train. He was not on the deed. He was not on the title. He was not on the mortgage. When she sold the house, she was the only person on the deed. She was the only person on the mortgage. And she had owned the house without anyone else for more than a year, without Kody. So he's just barking up a tree that is a false narrative. And I don't believe this even really happens in real life. But that's just my opinion.
You know, and we took everything we had at the time, everything we had at the time. My credit, it made it so I couldn't invest, because it literally took all my credit. It made it very, very difficult for Robyn and I to buy a house because it took my credit. So we do these things together. We do them as a team and we work together, and now she's not. And she's leaving.
Whose idea was it to move to Flagstaff? I don't recall Christine contacting the family and being like, hey everyone, I'm going to move to Flagstaff and I want to move to Flagstaff and we need to move to Flagstaff. No, it was actually Kody's harebrained idea because Dayton got accepted into a program in Arizona, and Robyn couldn't stand being away from Dayton, so they had to move to Arizona because Robyn's son was going to be in school in Arizona, and she didn't want him to live by himself because she's a controlling mother, right? Kids have confirmed the fact that they moved because of Dayton. They moved because Robyn couldn't stand being away from Dayton, because he needed to go to school. It wasn't Christine's idea. Her kids didn't want to move. Aspen tried to tell her not to move. She said she didn't understand what her parents were running away from. Christine wasn't thrilled about moving. It wasn't her idea. It wasn't her idea to move before the houses were sold. That was Kody's idea. It wasn't her idea that they had to pack up and leave in 2 months. That was Kody's idea. He takes no responsibility for any of the choices that he makes, and then he says it's her fault and it's his assets, and now she doesn't want to go along with it. You know, the reason why they have such bad financial situations has nothing to do with the women. It has everything to do with Kody Brown, because he makes no rational decisions when it comes to money. He is impulsive. He doesn't think about the future. He doesn't care about the future. He is looking for one get-rich scheme and going on to the next, which makes me wonder, what the hell did Gwendolyn say on her live that Robyn runs My Sister Wives Closet? That website has no jewelry on it. So what is this company? Is she selling it at Kody's gun shows? Is it a shell company to filter money from the shows? Like, what is My Sister Wives Closet? Because right now this company does not exist on the internet, and there's no products that you can buy. Mary gives the products away. Christine gives the products away. Where does it exist? Because there's no retail store that I know of that sells this crappy jewelry. What's this in-name only company that Robyn has her kids working for? Kody and Robyn are the ones that have made horrible choices, have chosen to dismantle all aspects of this family, and all the other wives had to go along with their schemes. And Christine just finally said, I have had enough. Your finances are not my problem anymore, and I'm leaving. He wasn't on the deed. He left. Christine, and this is the same man that also said that each wife's home was going to be an asset for themselves in the event that they wanted to leave. He said this 3 seasons ago. This is all just fake and phony, and I don't blame Christine for wanting to leave. And if you want to know why they're all involved in multi-level marketing companies and they don't do sponsorships, they can't have, no brands want to work with them. MLMs are the only companies that will align with them because, one, they have to pay to be a part of them. Anyone can join an MLM. It's not a paid sponsorship. They have to sell for them. No brands will work with them because polygamy is illegal. That's why they're all involved with MLMs. It's the last option for them. They have no other options. Christine has a lot of options available, and I hope she can find a way out because she's still part of Plexus, but she could get better options now that she's left. So Kody's finances, and he's angry at her because she is making his money go away. And it's his fault, not hers. It's Kody's fault, but he will never take responsibility. So what are your thoughts? Tell me in the comments below. Bye, guys.